welcome. It's a pleasure to have you here.
Thank you.
Your recent album, Dialect, has been Hyperdialect, has been out for a few weeks now. How's the reception been so far?
It's been amazing. Absolutely amazing. Everyone's really enjoying it. Yeah, more people than I expected are enjoying it. And yeah, I can't ask for more. I'm totally grateful and happy that it's out.
Yeah, amazing. Now, this album came out 5 years after Outside the Box. What happened for Hacktivist in the meantime? Other than the pandemic, of course.
Yeah, the pandemic, we had a lineup change as well. Our guitar player left, so we got another guitar player, and a vocalist left, so we got another vocalist. So we already had some songs done with those, so we had to scrap those songs, make new songs, kind of work out each other, how we all work, like pretty much start again. So I think that's one of the reasons why it took so long in between the last album and this album.
What was the greatest challenge that you faced writing and recording the album?
The most challenging thing maybe was just kind of it wasn't really challenging, it was fun, but it was like just like the new lineup and working each other out, and we had a new way of writing. Before it was like one person that did the most, and the rest of us just did a little bit, but with the new album we all did more equal stuff, so it was that was probably the most challenging thing, but it was a lot of fun because I like a challenge.
What were the songs created during the pandemic, or did you have some material ready to go before COVID started?
Yeah, it was ready just before the pandemic.
That's good.
It was literally just before the pandemic we kind of finished it, but we chose not to release it during the pandemic because we couldn't go on tour or nothing like that, so yeah.
My next question would be, how did the pandemic affect your writing? But since you already had the material, I guess.
Well, since the pandemic we've been writing new stuff anyway for maybe like another album or a new EP, but it was I made good out of bad, you know. It's hard not being with each other and stuff, but I write all the time anyway, like I'm always writing, so it didn't really affect my writing process too much, really. We always send each other stuff. Like James will send me a guitar riff, I'll record it in my flat and then send it back to him, he'll send it to Jot, and we just send stuff between our computers. So it's been all right, man. I mean, it's cool. I mean, it affected me mentally a little bit, like
yes,
when the pandemic first kicked in, when I was writing, I was thinking, like, am I ever going to be performing this live? Like what I'm writing now is, am I ever going to be like doing it live on a stage again? But I just stayed positive, and slowly the pandemic's been easing off a little bit, so I can see light at the end of the tunnel, man. So yeah.
And with shows starting again, you also have Slam Dunk.
Yeah, Slam Dunk. I'm looking forward
September.
to that, yeah.
What do you miss the most about playing shows?
Everything, man. Just the buzz, like the buzz of just, I miss everything, man. Everything about it, like before the show, after the show, being on stage, the people singing along, the drinks, man, the fun, the partying. But yeah, the most thing I'm missing really is like just before you go on stage, that like nervous,
the rush of adrenaline.
Yeah, the rush of adrenaline before you go on, like, and just that's probably the most. That's the most thing I miss, just the buzz and the rush.
Hopefully you'll get to be back on stage before Slam Dunk and tour again.
Yeah, definitely. We've got a show in about 2 or 3 weeks.
Oh, that's amazing.
In London. It's outdoor, it's social distance, and I think everyone's sitting on on tables or something.
That's going to be super weird.
Yeah, I'm sure I'm going to get some people standing on the tables though. I'm sure I will.
Yes, it will happen eventually. Moshing is a state of mind anyway. Why did you choose Hyperdialect as the title of the album, and what does it represent to you?
It's like our dialect is like extra. Do you know what I mean? We're extra intelligent. Like we want to stand out and be different from everyone else, every other band, every other musician. And we're always on a hype. Like we're always on it.
Your lyrics have do some very deep social criticism. We've seen an impressive rise in political bands over the last decade, with artists often being accused of targeting young and impressionable audiences to sell rebellion instead of pushing them to educate themselves. How do you respond to such criticism?
I don't really care that much about criticism. I don't target anyone. I just do my life on a song, and if people like it, that's cool. If they don't like it, that's cool as well. Yeah, I mean, it's my life, it's my brain, it's what I've seen, it's what I've been through, it's what I think. Putting it on music because that's what I want to do. So I'm not too bothered about criticism, really. Yeah, I don't specifically target anyone with anything. I just, you know, I just make music. I don't really want to. I don't want to do songs about like the usual rappers do about jewelry, cars, women, and drugs, because that's not my life. I want to do songs about my life and what I'm seeing. So yeah, I don't really just take any notice of any criticism, really, man. It's cool. Fuck it.
Do you think that we need more political bands now more than ever?
I don't really know. No. I don't know if we need it, but like some of the bands that are bigger than us, maybe because they've got a lot of people listening to them, then it would be good if they could maybe point out the state of the planet so some people kind of wake up to it. Maybe if they want. If not, it's cool as well. But yeah.
In the album, you also have guests like Aaron Matz, formerly of Betraying the Martyrs, and Kid Boogie. How did these collaborations come about?
With Aaron Matz, he's a friend of ours. We've played a few shows with him. And last time we played a show with him, I think it was in Belgium. And we had some beers after the show. We got chatting. I look up to him. Like he's one of my like idols, man. Like I like his vibe. So we just had some beers, got chatting, and said, yeah, we should do a song together. We should do a song together, as you do. And then when we were making Hyperdialect, the song, I think James, our guitarist, said like we should get a feature on this one. Someone that's good at roaring, shouting, screaming, or whatever. And I suggested Aaron because he's a friend, and
he's a beast vocally.
He's a beast vocalist, man. Like when I watched them live at the show in Belgium before we were hanging out, I was like, man, these guys are so sick. So yeah, I suggested it, sent him the beat, and he was on it. He loved the beat. He recorded it, sent it straight back, and that's how that came about. With Kid Bookie, I already knew about Kid Bookie because Jot Maxi told me about him and showed me a song with Corey Taylor. So I was like, yeah, no, this guy's sick. And then someone put on Twitter, on the Hacktivist Twitter, you guys should do a song with Kid Bookie. Like that would be a sick collaboration. So I retweeted it. Yeah. I retweeted it. He retweeted back. I checked out some more of his more recent stuff. I was like, yeah, this guy's sick. And just as I was doing this, James sent me the Armored Core song and asked me to do another verse in that gap, and I just sent it straight to Kid Bookie and just said, yo, do you want to feature on this one? He was like, yeah. And then literally the next day he recorded his verse, sent it back to me. I was like, yeah, that's sick. And then he recorded it again properly, like professionally, and I just forwarded it to James. And James was like, wow, this is sick. He put it on the track. We all listened to it and we're like, man, this is like crazy. And then yeah, now I'm good friends with Kid Bookie, so I'm forever grateful for that, you know, like having someone like that on a song. And now I've got him as a friend. It's a blessing, man. Like it's cool. So yeah, I like to, when we do features, we like to keep it like friends or people we know, not like oh, we'll pay this guy to get on our song.
Yes.
Or we'll pay this guy. It's for me personally, I'd like it to be a bit more genuine, a bit more natural, like friendly sort of vibes, man. Yeah.
Yes, makes sense. But the question is, do you prefer guests from the metal world or from the hip hop world?
That's a good question, you know. I don't know actually. I'd say it's a really good question. I'm gonna say the hip hop world, just because that's the world I came from before Hacktivist. That's the only reason. But whatever fits on a song, man, you know, whatever fits, like whatever sort of vibe the song's got going on, that's where we make the decision. But yeah, I'm gonna go with the hip hop grime because that's where I'm from. I'm sure maybe James would say something else. So
what is passion for you? How would you define it?
It's doing something that you want to do, not just for the money, like not just I want to do this to make money, or I want to do, yeah, it's doing it just for the love of the music, man. Or even if it's not music, anything, like say if you want to play tennis, you play tennis because you're passionate about playing tennis. And the same with other sports and music stuff, man. Passion's just waking up and wanting to do something and not even thinking about money. Like money's just a bonus.
If Hacktivists were members of the Spice Girls, what would be your Spice names?
Well, I'm J Hurley because that's like my flip side. Richard, our drummer, I call him Firebeard because he's got
Firebird Spice.
Firebeard Spice, yeah, because he's got the fire beard. And Josh, I call him Gurn Dog, just because. No, actually, Dr. Gurn Dog Spice, because he's a doctor, and he always fixes me with stuff. And James is like the silent assassin Spice, because he's quite quiet-ish, but he's real slayer of the guitar and stuff. So yeah, I haven't missed anyone out, have I? No. If
you could have a 1-minute phone conversation with a younger you, what date would you call and what would you tell yourself?
16. And I'd just say, keep doing your thing. Do exactly what you just do. Everything. Just do it. Yeah, keep doing music. Yeah, I'd just say keep doing music, man, because I'm happy where I'm at right now, you know. Like I'm happy that I'm in a band and people are listening to us and I get to play shows. I think it's always what I've wanted since I was 16. It's like pretty much exactly what I've wanted. So I'd say don't change anything. Just keep going, man. If
your life had a soundtrack aside from the band, what would that be?
I'm gonna go with Korn, Falling Away From Me.
Okay.
Yeah.
May I ask why?
Because like obviously sometimes we might feel a bit down. Sometimes we might feel a bit down and suicidal, but we get through it. So yeah. And I like the song. I like the lyrics in the song.
What do you want the band's legacy to be?
That we are the creators of we mixed grime We mixed grime with gent. That's our legacy, man. We're the first to do it. We're the best to do it. And that's it. Everything's going to revert back to us doing that always and forever, man. Yeah.
That's awesome. Thank you so much for your time today. Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you.
And see you guys soon.
See you soon.